Chiefs Country. I found this interesting segment on Get Up, and I want to get some feedback from you guys. In this segment, Harry Douglas and the Get Up crew compared Xavier Worthy to Desean Jackson, which I think is a very fair comparison. I think it is fair considering the fact that they both have very similar body types. And on the Up and Adams show with Kate Adams, Xavier Worthy said that he modeled his game after Desean Jackson. The Get Up crew also discussed Worthy's blazing speed and how it would help the Chiefs on offense. I think they all made some very solid points. I can't wait to see how Andy Reid uses them in this offense along with Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, Hollywood Brown, and our other guys. Check out the segment. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Hit that like button for the algorithm and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.
Last but not least, we have another Xavier, but he's worthy of the pick that he got. Give him a now route, quarterback. Get it to him right now because he has the speed, and that speed is 4.21. So if you don't tackle him, you're not going to get him. We call this route right here a race route. One-on-one with the safety. If a safety can guard you, go in the locker room and take the uniform off. But then we see him on punt return. He reminds me of somebody that I got drafted with. My goodness, Xavier Worthy is worthy of that first-round draft pick, and he's going to the Kansas City Chiefs. Fellas, Mr. Worthy, that boy bad.
I love it. And that guy you're talking about, we'll get to in a minute here, is Desean Jackson. And here's why I think the whole league is so excited about this pick. The Kansas City receiver room had issues. They had a league worst 25 drops by wide receivers last year, 7 more than any other team. It was the most by any team's wide receiving core since the 2012 Jaguars. I should point out, the 2012 Jaguars went 2-14.
Oof.
The Chiefs managed to win the Super Bowl despite having this as an abject weakness. So, Harry, the reality is Xavier Worthy, he's the fastest 40 time in the history of the Combine, and you're going to show us why Andy Reid might be able to use him exactly as he once used Desean Jackson.
Yeah, it reminds me so much of Desean Jackson. I got a little tape I put together. The first play that you're actually going to see, he is going to catch a bubble screen, right? And like I mentioned, if you do not tackle him with the first guy, he's going to the races because he has that 4.21 speed. So why does it look so familiar? Here goes Desean Jackson on a stop route. The cornerback tries to go for the pick and knock it down. Doesn't happen. But if you don't tackle Desean Jackson instantly, he's dynamic. And then, I'm sorry, Giants fans, I had to do it to you, but here's Desean Jackson with the game winner. Punt return looks kind of similar to me to Xavier Worthy. I understand Desean Jackson has done it for a very, very long time at the NFL level, but Xavier Worthy and both Desean Jackson, we're not just talking about fast guys. We're talking about guys that can run precise routes. We're talking about guys that can take the top off the defense and has that explosiveness. Man, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, and also to mention, they got Hollywood Brown too.
Yeah.
So they're going to be taking the top off the defense this year, something we didn't see so much of last year.
Well, that feels to me like an incredibly important storyline coming out of this draft. For what it's worth, Desean Jackson in his 6 seasons in Philadelphia when Andy Reid was there caught 32 touchdowns, plus all the returns and everything else. But it just feels to me, I'm not in any way comparing, it's not reasonable to compare Xavier Worthy right now to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's one of the great receivers we've ever seen. But his presence on the field, it feels to me, D. Wood, and as an offensive player, you explain this better than I could ever even imagine it. It feels to me like his presence on the field should change so much of the way teams try to attack them defensively.
Yeah, he'll tilt the field because he has something you can't teach. Can't teach speed. Okay, speed is the one thing in any game, especially in a game of football, that people are scared of. So when you have that type of speed on there, I can tell you, like on Wednesdays when we have our meetings talking about players, he's going to be the one guy that defensive coordinator is going to talk about, like, hey, look, this guy 4.21, like this guy has legit world-class speed. And so you have to prepare for that, and that opens things up for other players within that offense as well.
What's been the reaction, Dan, to them getting that player? It feels like such a perfect marriage.
Right, and the speed, obviously, and what Andy Reid can do with it. Look, when you think about the potential of the Andy Reid Chiefs offense, you think about it with Tyreek Hill. You do. Now, can either of these guys, Hollywood Brown or Xavier Worthy, beat Tyreek Hill? I mean, probably not. But can you do something with them that at least approximates what you were able to do when you had Tyreek Hill? I think that's the thing. They haven't been able to replicate it in any reliable way since he left, even though they've managed to win 2 Super Bowls. The offense has not, we agree, right, with the Chiefs, has not functioned at that ludicrously high level that we were used to back then. So maybe one or both of these guys can unlock it.
One last thing. Xavier Worthy, he's not a track guy. He's a football player that has track speed. I think that's an important point to make.
He is ridiculously fast. We'll come back with much. If I